Hey everyone, what's up? It's Raya and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below, give this video a like, and we'll get right on into the video. So in today's video, I'm letting my Instagram followers choose my makeup. I already did the poll, so the results are already in, and I will show you guys two choices that you had and which one ultimately won. If you missed it this time and want to be a part of the next video I do of Instagram followers choosing my makeup, you can follow me at Raya Darlene. I'll put it right here. And some of the results kind of actually surprised me, and it's kind of fun to do this because none of the decisions are in my hands. They're all in yours. So definitely make sure to follow me so you can see if I do another video like this. But we can just get right on into starting our makeup. So the first choice was between two primers, and the choices were the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer or the First Aid Beauty Matte Primer. And the e.l.f. won by quite a bit, almost double of what the First Aid Beauty got. And all of my polls had quite a few votes on it, so thank you to everyone that did actually vote. That's just really cool. And there were some that were landslides, and then there were some that were super close. But I'm kind of surprised that some of the products were drugstore versus high-end, and drugstore won in quite a few of them, but high-end also won in some of them, so it was kind of 50-50, but drugstore makeup is just getting better and better all the time. But I'm just gonna put this primer on and then we can get on to our next step. I love this primer so much. It is affordable and it just glides onto my skin so well. It's a type of primer that can like diffuse your pores, and even if you didn't want to wear makeup, it just kind of minimizes the appearance of them. So I've definitely done that before where I just wore this and no foundation or concealer over top. And I'm also filming at my vanity, which I haven't done in a long time, probably because it was pretty messy, especially with clothes, but we're trying to fix the messiness around here. But anyways, let's get on to foundation. So the two choices were the Tarte Face Tape or the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and the Tarte Face Tape won by quite a bit, which honestly doesn't surprise me. I feel like if people are gonna splurge on stuff, a lot of the time it is a foundation, so I'm not surprised that people wanted to see how this performs. This is a matte foundation, which is typically not what I go for. I go for more of a dewy foundation, but you guys got to pick, and I wanted to give you choices, even ones that I don't wear a ton. I obviously am not this color anymore either, so that probably contributes to me not wearing it a ton right now. Oh, I forgot how full coverage this was. I just put a bunch on my face. I'm not this tan. Hopefully during the summer I will be again. I'm wearing a white shirt too, and I'm wearing like one of the darkest foundations I own, which is probably my bad for even giving this as an option, but I haven't used this in a long time. Probably honestly since I bought it, just because it's so dark and so full coverage. But if you need like a full coverage matte foundation, this is the foundation for you. Like, I had blemishes all throughout my chin, all throughout here, and you can't see a single one of them, not even in person. But next is concealer. So for this one, I did the same company, but you had to pick between the two finishes. So I did the 16-hour wear camo concealer and then the hydrating camo concealer by e.l.f. The hydrating camo concealer won by so much. Like, everyone wanted to see the hydrating one, which is my favorite. I don't even know the last time that I used the original one because I like the hydrating one better. And this stuff is also full coverage, so you don't need a ton of it. And for both my foundation and my concealer, I'm just using the Laura Lee Los Angeles Beauty Sponge that is brand new, and I like it very much. I like all the different sides and tips because you can get into small places, and it's really soft. Oh, I love this concealer. It blends out so nicely. Wow, our base is looking really pretty. I actually really like how it's turning out. So next we're gonna go into blush because I decided to do cream blushes. And the two choices were the Maybelline Cheeky in the Rare Beauty cream blush and the Rare Beauty one, which I'm not surprised by at all. But it was honestly closer than I thought. A few people wanted to see the Maybelline one, which makes me happy because drugstore. Just gonna put this on before I do powder because it is a cream product. And that's probably too much, but I don't care. I like being blushy. And then I'm just taking the F31 to blend that out. And this product you can kind of blend like a normal powder product by doing circular motions. It isn't one that you have to dab in or it will lift your foundation. It kind of blends into your foundation, which I like because it's easier to use a brush and just blend it out instead of having to dab the whole thing out. And there's the blush. I love it so much and I definitely want to get a full-size one because I know I will run out of this probably pretty soon. So now we're gonna do powder, and the two choices were the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder and the Essence All About Matte powder, and a lot of people voted for the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, which I don't know if I'm surprised by, but they're both very affordable options, so anyone would be able to pick this up and try it out. And I think this is like $5 and you get a ton, but it's one of those loose powders that doesn't have a lid, and that kind of bothers me. This one doesn't give you flashback, which a lot of people worry about because it's part of their photo focus line, so it was tested against flashback. See, look how much comes off. It's fine. I just am not a big fan of loose powders that don't have lids, but you guys chose it, so I gotta do it. And I use very minimal powder because I do like to look dewy. I don't like to be too matte or too dry. So I pretty much just set wherever I put concealer and just the smallest amount, just so the concealer won't move or anything like that. Next is bronzer, and I kind of didn't like the choice that you guys made. I'm not surprised that you guys made it because it's the more affordable option, but I'm not excited. I had the Morphe Bronzer or the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, and you guys chose the Morphe one, which along with the foundation is just a little bit too dark for me or like too warm for me. So I'm gonna have to take a very light hand because it is very, very pigmented. And I'm just gonna use an F29 brush, and when I say light, I mean light, because this stuff is no joke. And I'm just gonna carve out my cheeks. And just remember, if you have a product that is a little too dark for you, you can always start with a very small amount and then just build it up instead of taking too much at once, because I have definitely fallen victim to using too much at once and then trying to blend my arm off to get it to look right. And with a JS8, I'm going to lightly contour my nose. There's the Morphe Bronzer. I went in with a really light hand because this is in the shade Frenemy, and I bought it from TJ Maxx, so I didn't know that it was gonna be like this dark. But like I said, you can always add more. I'm really looking like it's summertime right now. Like this cute polo, it looks like I should be going out on a boat or something. Also with the bronzer, I forgot to say that for probably half the time that the poll was up, the Morphe had all of the votes and the Park Avenue Princess had 0 votes. And I was so confused by that. I was like, how in the world does the Morphe one have like 20 votes and the Park Avenue Princess have none? I just didn't expect that at all, but eventually a couple of people voted for the Park Avenue Princess, so it wasn't actually like all for the Morphe. Anyways, next I'm gonna do a highlighter, and the two choices were the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder or the K. Voss highlighting trio that I got in my Ipsy box. And I was excited that you guys chose the K. Voss one because I haven't even tried these yet. So I'm very excited to try them out. So this will be a first impressions. And I tried this one out a few times and it's all right. I think there are better drugstore highlighters out there for sure. But these two were a very close race, which I was kind of surprised by. And the e.l.f. was winning majority of the time. And I was like, oh, I really want want to use the K-Boss one, but I had to go with what you guys chose, and you guys ended up choosing the one I wanted, so that's pretty cool. And I think I'm just gonna mix these two together, the two lighter ones, because the darker one seems a little too dark for me. And I'm just using an F32 brush. Ooh, that's pretty. It's definitely one of those like more natural glowy highlights instead of like the chunky glitter highlights. This is more of a highlight you would wear day to day instead of like a night out, but it's still gorgeous. I do think that if you had darker skin than me though, it might leave a gray cast on you, because even a little in person I can see this looking a bit gray, but I like that. Gotta go in on my nose. Whoa, that really made my nose look bright. I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. I don't need to be looking like a Rudolph or anything. Overall, I like it. I think it's really pretty. And on my nose, it's gorgeous. Next, I'm gonna do eyebrows before we get onto our eyeshadow. And the choices were the Morphe pomade or the Benefit brow contour. And for the majority of the time, the Morphe pomade was winning, but the brow pencil came out as the winner. And this was a really close race. Honestly, I wasn't very excited about either of these products because they're not my favorite. I'm just not the best at using just a pomade. If I use a pomade, I usually use a pencil. And then this pencil is just not my favorite pencil, but I just thought I would try it out. And it's a pencil I don't use that often, so I might as well get some use out of it. And you guys seemed curious to see how it would work. I'm gonna use the deeper shade on this, and you just spin the top to get it to click out a little bit. And I'm gonna draw on my eyebrows. I'm gonna have to use a closer mirror than the mirror behind the camera because I am not that good at eyebrows. Okay, those are my brows. They're alright. It's an alright product. If you want a really quick brow that's like not precise at all, then this is kind of a product for you. Like you could really just get them on there real quick and move along. But generally I like to make like little strokes, and this is way too chunky to do that. My brows are okay. I never think my brows are like phenomenal anyways, so moving on. Next is eyeshadow, and I had either a neutral palette, which is the Soap X Revolution palette, or a colorful palette, which is the Urban Decay Wired. And this was really close, closer than I even thought it was gonna be, and neutral ended up winning in the end. It was really, really close though. And color was winning for a while, and I was surprised because I feel like most people wear neutral looks, so they would want to see a neutral look, and color was coming through, and I was like, ooh, people are feeling colorful, but the neutral palette ended up winning. So I don't have the shade thing for this anymore. I apologize. So I'm just gonna show you what shades I'm going into. I'm gonna go into this light one and mix with this one, and we're gonna put that into our crease. And this is a Shayna B brush, and it's their blending brush. I'm just gonna take that and put it right in the crease. So this brush is fluffy, but it's also a little bit flat, and it fits into my crease perfectly. And with that same brush, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And I'm also gonna put this in my crease. I actually might mix it with the one above it a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of keep it a little bit lower into the crease instead of blending up all the way. And now with the Shayna B eye crease brush, I'm actually not gonna use it in my crease, and it kind of came snapped, so I taped it back together, and they did give me a refund, which was nice. But I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's not the darkest brown, but it's pretty close. And this is a very dense fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that into my outer corner and blend it in. And with the JS12, I'm going to take that same shade and put it into my inner corner as well. I'm going for a halo eye today. I think they make your eyes look so open and round. And call me crazy, but I'm gonna take an E27 brush by ColourPop and go into the darkest shade just a tiny bit. And I want to add just the tiniest bit on the outermost part of the eye, just to really make it quite smoky. And doing tiny blending motions in, since we already blended it into the center of the eye. And a tiny bit on the inner corner. Okay, so there is the matte part of our eye. And then I think I want to take these two shimmers mixed together on my finger. Oh, that's so pretty. And I'm gonna put it on just the center of my lid. Ooh! And I really want to build that up, so I'm gonna do multiple layers of that. Okay, I built that up quite a bit, and now I'm gonna go back with the JS12 and go into this shade right here. It's like the second deepest one, and blend in the edges of our halo eye. So the center just blends into the whole look more. Wow, I think that's so pretty. And I'm going to take that same shade and smoke out my lower lash line. So there's our eye. I really like how it came out. It's like a smoky halo eye, and I just feel like I'm ready for a night out in summertime. I don't know why, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this look, and the eye's gonna look a lot better once I have mascara on. And speaking of mascara, our two choices were the Essence Lash Princess or the Tarte Maneater. And I was kind of surprised by how much the Tarte Maneater won by, because this is like TikTok famous and everyone raves over it. But maybe people have seen enough of it and they wanted to see something else. So we're gonna use the Tarte Maneater mascara today. And I'm just gonna curl my lashes and then pop some mascara on. Let's move on to lips, which I totally forgot to put a poll up for. I even had the two products picked out. It was a lipstick or a lip gloss. So I decided, since I didn't put a poll up, let's just use both. So this is the CoverGirl Cream lipstick, and it's in the shade Honeyed Bloom. And it's like a very light pink, as you can see. And I usually always draw my Cupid's bow in quite a bit, but today I didn't. And I kind of like it. I don't know. My top lip definitely looks fuller without my super drawn in Cupid's bow. But this is the Victoria's Secret's Get Glossed in the shade Pinky, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I don't see the shade anywhere, but whatever. Just gonna put that on our lips. And then our last choice was setting spray, and I had the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist or the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, and the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one, which is one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna spray my face and then we can end the video. So there is our final look. I think it came out really nice. I really like the eyes. I think they are perfect for blue eyes, and I think any eye color would probably pop with this because smoky halo eyes just make your eyes look big, and I like that. I think the look looks very like summer night beach party, and that doesn't make any sense for me because 1, I don't live near a beach, 2, I don't really party. So I wouldn't be wearing this to a beach party, but that's just the vibe I'm getting because I feel tan and glowy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed using the products that you guys picked out for me, and I would love to do a video similar to this, choosing other things that I do. And make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to be a part of that next time. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe down below to keep up with me and to watch my other videos. Give this video a like if you liked it, and comment down below what your favorite season is, because I keep talking about summer because I love summer so much, but I'd love to hear what favorite season you guys have. And I will see you guys in the next one, which should be on Sunday. Bye guys!